But I can I say stuff again?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be like cut up, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just like saying random.
Well, I'm also talking a lot, and I don't really want that so
yeah.
much. So.
Okay.
Come with me.
I think definitely like my kind of like what I want to do with it is changed, like, because I think in the beginning I was just like, oh, I just want to make pretty things, and pretty things are fine just to make. I still think that that's cool, but I definitely would like to get more, like, as I said, like do more body positive stuff, because I was just making things that were pretty and skillful, and just sort of like things that are just like beautiful to look at. But I would definitely like to make things that are beautiful to look at, but that have like a body positive feminist message behind it as well, so it's like more meaningful. I think that being on social media has actually made me a lot more feminist, because I've seen all these kind of like anti-feminist things. It's made me like kind of angry, but and like also inspiring though, like, because I mean there's lots of negative stuff, but then there's been all these like awesome feminist artists that I've been led on to from there. So it's quite nice seeing like all the kind of sculpture artists and feminist artists in one place. It started actually kind of making me, that's kind of going off onto a different thing actually.
Oh, fine.
Well, I was going to say, like, it started making me consider fashion as a possibility again, maybe just because I've seen some fashion designers that have started doing some maybe more like feminist stuff, because I think that, or like body positive stuff at least, because I think that was one thing that really started turning me off from fashion. So it's good to see more of that in fashion at the moment. But it's, I don't know, it's inspiring to see like the sculpture artists that I like and the feminist stuff in one place. It's a good source of inspiration from like both angles.
I won't tell you how much I love you.
I have got favourite artists, but also like, because I don't know, I just scroll through stuff, I just see stuff, I don't always remember everyone that I've looked at, but I think you just pick things up as you go, don't you? You see little bits and bobs that you like, and I think that my style has kind of come out from, yeah, an amalgamation of like different artists that I like, some that are like I really like and some that I maybe don't know as well, but yeah. I'm happy that people say that they can, like, my art's recognisable in illustration and in the sculpture, because I think that's a constant like frustration for me, is I want it to have more of a flow, but to me it doesn't. Like, a lot of the time my illustrations are kind of like, people compare my illustrations a lot of the time to like Egon Schiele, although not all of my illustrations are the same. I've kind of got a couple of different styles going on, which I think that even annoys me a little bit. Like, in a way it's a good thing. I like to kind of try out different things. But it's difficult because like you see artists and generally artists have like one sort of trademarked style. I get bored and I like to sort of try and do different things, but then I worry that I haven't got like it's not so like clearly like me, but I don't know if that is how other people see it or not. Generally, like most of the time I don't base them off of sketches. I do try and like, I've like more and more I keep trying to make my sculptures look more like my drawings generally, like my style of drawing generally, which has definitely been a challenge because it's so different to work with and stuff. Like drawing shapes and like sculpting it into 3D is like so completely different. It's really, really hard to translate. Yeah, no, I don't usually sketch stuff out first, but I did with like this neon, that sculpture, because it was for an exhibition. I felt like it needed to be more planned out, because I don't usually do that, and it actually went really well, and it did turn out coming out how I wanted it to, which doesn't usually happen. So that was good. Maybe I just don't try hard enough most of the time. yeah, but yeah, in the beginning, like I think I said, I was just sculpting things that very much like just kind of like cute little fairy type creatures, you know, kind of petite and stuff, like what you would usually get with this kind of style of sculpture, like, and art dolls, ball jointed dolls, figure sculptures, all that kind of thing. They're usually that kind of cute, petite, otherworldly sort of pixie kind of creature, which is all well and good and like beautiful and everything, but I think, yeah, the more feminist I've become, the more I've just really started to feel like the need to put that more into my art and like body positivity, and also because like I can relate to it, and then I think getting more interested in like putting that into my art has made me accept myself more as well, and it's quite nice to, like, it has had a really good response, which is also really nice, like people sort of saying that they felt more confident one day because of a drawing or something that I did, which is really cool. So really would like start doing that more in my sculpture work, definitely. I think it's important to represent like different body shapes as something that's beautiful, yeah, because yeah. I don't know what else to say.
That's the day I knew you were my pain. I wanna tell you how much I love you.
Do you want to borrow my jumper, Bowie?
Does the space code make your nipples go pointy, huh?